Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Gail Pringle-Barnes and I'm the International Student Learning Officer for the College of Social Sciences. I work with postgraduate students around academic literacies development, particularly academic writing. You all bring with you enormously valuable experience, but starting a new master's always involves transition, so I want to think about the approaches to learning that you'll experience in your master's at Glasgow. The university adopts an active learning approach. This means you'll be actively engaged in classes and in your independent study. Active learning also involves thinking about the learning process and reflecting on what and how you are learning. You'll experience active learning in your classes, through research and reading, and in your assessments, so we'll cover these three areas. Some of your classes might be in a lecture style, based on a presentation from the teacher. These often include breakout activities, where you might discuss points in a small group or add your comments to an online platform. So you are actively listening to the lecture, but also sharing your own ideas about the topic. Many of your classes will be seminar style. These are smaller groups where the focus is on students discussing ideas with the whole class or in smaller groups. To get the most out of these classes, you will need to prepare in advance. Often you'll be asked to read articles or chapters from a book before the class. This will help you to be ready to participate in class discussions, as you will already have encountered the key concepts and points that will be discussed. But it doesn't mean that you have to have all the answers. You can also prepare questions about points that weren't clear and ask your seminar group what they think. The key thing about participating in discussions is that everyone is there to learn and explore new ideas. So try to be confident about expressing your view. You can also use strategies to help others get the most from discussions. For example, you can invite comments using open questions. Don't be concerned if there's a brief period of silence in the class. Often people find it helpful to have a bit of time to process ideas and form responses. We've already spoken about preparing for classes, and this is just one of the independent study activities that you'll do outside of class time. You'll also spend time finding suitable materials, reading widely, and preparing assignments. So let's talk about our second key aspect, research and reading. Your lecturers will recommend core reading for your courses, but you'll also be expected to spend time searching for relevant materials for your assignments and your dissertation. This will give you a broader understanding of the issues and reflects the fact that the issues you discuss in your assignments are complex. So expect to spend a lot of time here in the university library, either physically or virtually, as you use the online resources that are available. Make sure you know how to get the most out of the library. You'll find lots of helpful guides on the library webpage to help you. You'll spend a lot of time reading on your master's course. This is a great way to become familiar with the issues and different viewpoints on a topic. Expect to read academic materials such as journal articles and books, but also internet resources, which can often give you useful data or policy information. When you're selecting materials, make sure you're clear about the quality of the source. How do we know that the information included is accurate? Look for materials in academic journals or books from academic publishers. For internet resources, think about the author or the organisation behind the information. One of the biggest challenges of master's programmes is dealing with the large volume of information. The best way to deal with this is to read with purpose. Always think about why you're reading a text and what you want to get from it. Maybe you're looking for an overview of a new topic, or maybe you already know about the topic and are more interested in learning about the author's argument on a particular issue. When you're reading, always think about how the text will help you answer your questions. This will help you to read the things that are the most relevant. It's also helpful to focus on the most relevant sections. Introductions and conclusions are often particularly useful. These approaches to research and reading will help you to prepare for your assessments. The type of assessments you experience will vary according to your courses, but very often you'll be asked to write an essay or another piece of coursework. These three characteristics are common across academic writing. All academic writing should be structured so that you make a logical argument that your reader can follow easily. Your essays and other assignments will all use evidence. This might be material from the readings you've done or other sources of data that provide the evidence around the topic you're exploring. But we don't just present this evidence, we also need to do something with it. This is why criticality is so important as you use the evidence to make your own arguments. Critical engagement with the material is at the centre of your master's study. The topics you will study are complex, and it's unlikely there will be a simple or straightforward answer to the issues you discuss. It's important to explore different viewpoints and approaches to the topic. We want to identify what the debate or issue is. What's the problem that we need to address? We then evaluate these different views and approaches. What's the evidence that supports each view, and what are their strengths and weaknesses? And we interpret the information to reach our own conclusions. What does all of this evidence tell us when we consider it together? What are the implications for our assessment questions? There are lots of opportunities to get more information and practice on academic writing. I run Developing Your Academic Writing for Education, where you can attend classes or access online resources on key aspects of academic writing in your subject area. You can join the DYAW Moodle to find out more and to register for sessions. Thanks very much for listening. I hope you have a great time getting started in your programme, and I look forward to meeting you soon.